Namaskaram. We are recording this video after the financial reporting exam at 6:50 p.m. Now, what exactly the objective of video? 16 AFM. Now, irrespective of how your FR paper felt, it just does not matter because it is done and dusted. I'm telling you, it's done over and out. Why do you need 60? Because you're not sure about what is going to happen in audit. You are not sure about what might went wrong, what might have gone wrong in FR. So this is the present. AFM is the present, audit is future, FR is past. Okay, present is always what we work upon. So why 60? Because this is the only paper in group 1 where most of you can fancy 60. Now can we do it? Now we have Harinath here, CA Harinath for that matter. So his previous score is 75. Manju, who is recording this video, 79, 78, 70? Okay. So Manju has got 79. So there are two scores which are testament to our strategies. And the man who made these two scores possible, C.A. Suresh, is also here. So we have all the three people who did this together last time. So we have reasons to believe that we can get at least 60. Again, even if Manju scores 79, our approach is 60 plus. When I say FR is 50 plus. Even if we get 55, 59, 70, 80, whatever, that is exactly how we look at it. Or it is 40 plus. 60, 50, 40. So this is the 60 paper. In group 2, when you look at it, 60 is IBS, 50 is IDT, 40 is TT. More over and above grade. Clear? So this is the paper where the benchmark is 60. This is exactly what we're looking at. Now, how do we get to 60 is a question. This is the previous year question paper. This is a question paper. And this is Hari's evaluated answer sheet. So his MCQs are pretty good. He got 26, 28, somewhere around that. And in the main paper, he got 47 out of 70. Now, how did they get that? So his individual scores out of 47 by 70, what happened is, in one question it is 18 by 14, first question. Second question 12 by 14. Third question 11 by 14. Fourth question, the question number 5 is 10 by 14. And the other one is 6 by 14, okay? So question number would not matter. We're looking at the numerator. Out of 14, what is the possibility? Out of 14, what is the possibility? Now, what did I discover here? There are 3 questions where he scored 12, 11, 10. While I'm explaining the FR strategy, I used 8 marks only one time. Rest of the time, it's only 6 to 8. Here, it's 12, 11, 10. Let's look at 10. 10 happened thrice, which actually means out of 42, 30 plus is possible. It could be 36, but 30 plus is possible. I'm not even getting there because this is a very too good to be true scenario. What we are looking at is, let's not get 42 or what, let's not get 30 plus out of 42. Let us at least get 20 by 28. This is reasonable. 30 by 42 implies you get 3 questions where you score 10. 20 by 28 implies you get only 2 questions where you score 10. So is this a believable probability where you can get only 2 questions out of 5 where you score at least 10, right? This is possible. Do you think this is possible? Okay. Now, how to make this possible is Suresh's responsibility. I'm giving this. Suresh, can you make sure this will happen for sure? Out of 5, they should be able to get or find 2 questions where they can score at least 20. Is that a possibility? Definite possibility. And I don't want you or them to come back and tell me that paper is lengthy, paper is difficult, and all of that. I'm asking again, is that a possibility? Yeah. And before you come back to me with excuses, I thought about what could be the excuse. I also asked them. They are the ones who scored this. I also scored them. What would have made you not score this? So the first thing is, what if A, B, C bits in all questions are equally hard? Let's look at 8 plus 6. 5 into 8. All 8 markers are good. 6 markers are not good. If that is the case, how would you approach this? Right? That is one area where you might go wrong. The second area is, I saw a paper, especially Kushal's paper. Like there was one particular error, everything went wrong. Manju gave a 0, 0, 0, which is a possibility, right? This is dangerous because you don't know that you went wrong. In MCQs, there are multiple answers. There is a chance that you know whether you'll go wrong or not. In a descriptive paper, you don't know the whole flow will go wrong, right? So this is the second reason why you think that you might get 10 marks, it might be 0. The disaster is, instead of 20, this might become 10. and you don't know until the exam, right? So this is exactly the second risk which we are talking about. Now, what exactly is the third risk? Uh, Basically, in terms of looking at the question, this is a question paper risk. Looking at the question, you think you might solve the question, but after a while, there is a good chance that you might get stuck. After some time, there is a chance that you might get stuck. Okay, these are the three risks which you should completely eliminate in the next couple of days. While you are putting your work, while you are solving this, you will have to ensure that these risks are neutralized. So, Suresh, I want you to help them prepare in such a way that these risks are neutralized and this has to be clearly established. So, we need to establish this quite clearly. Is this clear? Okay. So, the first 20 marks out of 60, the first 20, the first 20 you are getting from here. Is it clear? So, you have to identify what are those two questions, probable questions. What are the two chapters, three chapters, four chapters, whatever it is. Try to arrive this within 4 to 5 chapters. I don't think you need more for this, right? What are the two questions? You look at the pattern, you'll understand. We have last papers. Next is MCQs. Now, Hari definitely has got 26 or 28 in MCQs. Here, if you look at the way the paper is built, the case study based, let's say you don't know the concept, core concept of the case study, then the whole set will go wrong. The 4 or 5 questions will go wrong, or you may not be able to attempt. That is a risk. The other risk which I mentioned is same. Even in MCQs, this is interesting because both Soundarya and Manju were mentioning that even if you make the wrong assumption and you go and solve the 4 or 5 questions, the answer linked to the wrong assumption is also available. That is the beauty of ICAI question paper. Even if the fundamental assumption is wrong, you keep making that mistake and you'll keep finding that answer in the option. So that's good actually in terms of question paper setting, but that's dangerous for you. So this is something which you have to clearly eliminate. So probably make them practice MCQs for 3 hours. Only MCQ practice for 3 hours today, tomorrow together. Please don't forget this because this is important. Clear? These two are sorted. Now the third aspect is out of three questions, you have to get 20. Now why? If you look at it, out of two questions, 28 is fine. Out of two questions, 20 is fine. But this, I'm not really sure. This may or may not happen because what if you don't know one question at all? Then the numerator once again becomes 28. It looks like three questions. One question you don't know, it becomes 28. A 2 bit you don't know, it becomes 28. Now that too, with this 28, these are the topics which are not really comfortable because the really comfortable topics are already done. So this is the threefold strategy where if you have to get 20, it's like 7 by 14 at least in each question. Or let's say you got 10, probably 5 something. Any equation is fine, but you have to consciously prepare for these sets. So once you do this, you'll be able to achieve this. Now Hari did this, this has happened, did this, and here also this happened not just 20, he got 30 by 42. In fact, 34 by 42. That is the reason why the extra 15, 16 marks got added up. So when I say 60, plus 6, plus 6, plus 6 will take you to 75, 78. So this is the base at which we are working. 40 in audit where we make the base. 60 is the default base for AFM. Are we good? Is it clear? Okay. To quickly summarize, we are working on this. The time has to be distributed accordingly. So for MCQs, I think 3 to 4 because MCQ advantage is you do this, it automatically improves your accuracy. But still separately, let's practice this. And over and above this, there are 5 chapters for theory, which are given in your respective. Can I have one? So this, which are given in your respective strategy. So out of that, you can score good marks in lesser time. So this is one more aspect. MCQs and AFM theory are two aspects. Which has to be given additional importance as compared, because audit, the whole thing is this. FR, you don't specifically focus. It's too vast, so you don't specifically focus. So this, you know. And one more thing is theory in all chapters. Please understand. This is this time there, all of us have reasons to believe that theory could be asked from problematic chapters, because ICAI realized this is an area where students are not focusing much. Startup finance, security analysis, all of that, risk management, you're sorted. But there are certain chapters where there could be a possibility for non-arithmetic question. So I have to take care of that also. This is understood. And today's framework, how many of you were able to follow the framework? Show of hands. The framework which you decided, 1 hour, first hour, second hour, third hour, largely. How many of you were able to follow the framework? So you're able to attempt the paper completely. In terms of denominator, the framework is working. So you can further fine tune, because Kushal was saying after writing one question directly jump to MCQs. That modification is fine because you are trying to adhere the numerator and denominator time limit. So what is normal? After two questions, write MCQs. What is slight exception? After one question or after three questions? Probably Nikita did it after three questions. That is totally fine. But default is two questions plus MCQs. Question number one goes to hour number three. First hour you write two questions properly. That sticks. Okay. Now you'll be better equipped to do this. For AFM, it could be slightly different. I hope it is understood. Okay. Now over to Suresh. Suresh, please help them understand how the strategy can be followed. This, what are the essentials or what are the important points using which they have to follow the strategy?
Stick to your material first thing. Do not look at the new materials, new books. The material you have followed for your preparation should be looked at. And when we say portfolio management should be done in 2 slots, it should be done and dusted. Only 10%, 15% margin can be left that we can tackle with other slots, but it should be entirely done 80 to 85%. Okay. So each slot, even if there is something remaining, please move on to the next chapter, because you have to finish each and every chapter revision. There's a possibility that maybe that whatever you covered the 85%, there's a chance that you get question from the 85% also, right? So stick to the schedule, stick to the material, and like Charles said, MCQs are important. So maybe we can incorporate MCQs today, tomorrow, and day after tomorrow morning. So 1 hour, maybe half an hour for each of you people. And then theory is must. So cover the traditional topics like startup finance, financial policy, and securitization. Along with that, mutual funds, derivatives, you can cover with the practical sums only. Done.